Hey guys, it's been a while. Here's another little video, unscripted one. So I got an apology to make about this book that I wrote. It's not easy for a man to apologize, but I'm apologizing, guys. So, well, at least that book that I thought that I wrote, you know what I mean? It's in print form. It's got my pictures in there, but the words, are another thing. Like I told you before, I used a program called Designer. And I put some PDFs in there and whatever. I had some help from ChatGPT. Call me a cheat, whatever you want to do, but that's what I did. Anyway, so I sold quite a few of them on Amazon as a result of that. But the reason why I'm apologizing is because of that. It's like, well, I didn't proofread it. I didn't edit it. I just thought, well, hey, Chat GPT was smarter than me, right? So anyway, as a result, I sold probably about 30 of them online on Amazon so far. But then I decided to just cancel the damn thing because I got this bad review from this one guy, and well, it made some sense, and so it really made some sense to me. And I was like, you know what? I really don't want to be that guy, so I just unpublished the damn thing. But then I wrote another one. Yep, I did. I used ChatGPT again, but this time I edited it, and I proofreaded it. I edited it. An idiot edited it. Well, that's me, the idiot editor. Anyway, it doesn't matter, right? It's just a $3.99 ebook on Amazon. It's called what is it called? What do I call it? The Chain Link Fence Guidebook. That's right, the Chain Link Fence Guidebook. Check it out, John Willman on Amazon. And you don't have to buy it. You can read it, man. Read it for free, man. They pay me for that too. Just like for YouTube here, they pay me for you guys to watch these stupid little videos that I come up with, and I don't know if you're getting any content or anything out of this at all, but whatever, But hey, I wonder if you think there's any coffee in here or not, huh? There's not. So anyway, hey, you gotta have fun, man, right? What's life worth living if we can't have fun, right? So, but anyway, so I do want to apologize about that, and hey, right? We got to make mistakes. If we don't make mistakes, we don't learn. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. No risk, no reward, and that's why I keep pushing forward. I'm an entrepreneur. Hey, maybe that guy was just jealous. I don't know. I really don't care. But he made some sense. And so I just went ahead and pulled the fucking thing. Excuse my language. I just went and pulled the damn thing. Well, there again, excuse my language. I just pulled the dang thing, okay? Whatever. It really don't matter anyway. It's just a book, right? Who doesn't have enough frickin' books out here anyway? I mean, my goodness, I got a couple of libraries full of them. Well, not libraries, but, bookshelves full of them, my little libraries. I bought plenty of books off Amazon and God, who Barnes and Nobles, who else, but, whatever, right? It is what it is. I am who I am, and I'm going to make the best of what I got to make the best with until the day I die, right? I'm sure you guys are going to do the same thing, right? Right? If you had an opportunity to use a tool to, excel your life and make your life a little bit better with, some of this or some of that, why wouldn't you use it, right? And so, but I agree with him. And so I did what I did, and that's why I'm apologizing. But you know what? Hey, it didn't stop me from making another one, right? Matter of fact, that's probably why I did it, because he kind of like encouraged me to push through and perceive, and do better. And so I did. I took the time, and it's not that long of a book. It's about 40 pages. This one here was about 70 or something, 85. So I went and took the time, and I walked myself through it, every page, and I edited it. I typed in the stuff that you guys really need to know about chain link fencing. Okay, some of the tools you need, some of the stuff that ChatGPT in there didn't. Well, it was obvious that ChatGPT wasn't on the fence line, but I know you will be, and just like anybody else that's in the fence industry. Oh, that's another thing I did. Hey, check this out. I think this is what I'm going to do. I ordered a fence magazine. I think I'm just going to start reading some fence news. Man, just start reading you guys some fence news and putting that up. But who knows? I'm just working at trying to come up with a little bit more of this idiotic content, that I can do, because this is my video channel, right? And I'm just doing the best I can to allow it to grow. And if I don't put any videos up there, no matter what I put up there, right, it's not going to get out there for anybody to watch it. Even if 2 or 3 watch it, at least 2 or 3 watching. I mean, hey, and I want to thank you guys for subscribing, and hitting those like buttons and telling me how you really feel about what's going on here, because I've had a lot of great comments and a lot of conversation back and forth with you guys, and I really appreciate that. Some people call me the goat in fencing, and I say, whatever, man, that's pretty cool, but 30 years in the industry, 30 plus years in this industry, and how to say something. I don't know how to at least twirl my pliers, or at least, jump up and down. I don't know, and get it, whatever. But anyway, yeah. But I'll tell you though, it's been a big change for me from being out on the fence line to sitting behind his desk, and on the camera, and actually just running around in the truck. Now I don't really get out there and do much anymore on the fence lines, and it's just it's taking a toll on me. My goodness, man. I used to be able to run circles around these guys. Oh man, now I got to walk slow with a cane. Sometimes I work I don't want to use that cane. Damn it, I don't want to use that cane at all. But I know pretty soon I'm probably gonna start. And you know what I mean? Come on, man. Who wants to get older and start walking around like a fucking gimp? Not me, but oh, fuck, that sucks, man. It really does. But hey, life goes on, right? You just got to make the best of it. This is just a beat down body. I spent 4 years in the military, in the Army, and I ran 18 months in Hawaii, Schofield Barracks. Ran 5 miles a day with an 80-pound rucksack. Yeah, talk about fun, guys. You thought maybe Hawaii. Every time I say something to people, they say, "Oh, you spent 18 months in Hawaii. That must have been nice." Yeah, you run 5 miles a day with an 80-pound rucksack in the middle of a formation on a Monday morning, no doubt on a Monday morning, with everybody farting and shitting and stinking like crap, and then everybody's telling you, hang in there, go, move, let's go. What the hell are they talking? And then you got to sing cadence along. I'm breathing in the back. They wonder why I'm fucking dropping out, man. Fuck, motherfuckers stink. They stink. But you know what? Whatever. I pushed through, persevered 4 years of that stuff, man. But yeah, I puked a few times. And I'm not afraid to say it, man. I mean, well, they had us running, man. But you know what? I tell you what, if you're getting shot at, you better fucking run. You better either start shooting back or running somewhere. You but stand in place, you're getting killed. That's bottom line. You stand in place, you're fucking dead. They got an eye on you. You better get an eye on them and start taking them out. That's what I'm saying. Fucking bullshit, I didn't just, sign up to be a bullet stopper. Hell, I'm going to be a bullet shooter, right? But that was the Army anyway. So, but then that was 11 Bravo. And then from 11 Bravo, went to 11 Charlie. So that put us back a little bit. 11 Charlie, 11 Hotel. It was the mortar platoon, right? And yeah, that was fun. We went over to Team Spirit, 80 to 1981, I think it was, Team Spirit with the South Koreans, and we were doing mortar drills. So we were competing with each other, throwing mortars on the side of a hill, seeing who could hit the target, the best. And of course, us Americans, hell yeah, we beat what out of them. But they brought their sake over, and we got drunk, and it was fun. But Anyway, but that was fun. First time I had sake. I had to look up sake, a South Korean drink. It's like a rice drink, I think it is, but it was a hard alcohol. We were all laughing around, rolling around on the floor, laughing at some stupid barrack out there at South Korea. I don't remember, but I remember we won. We won, and that's what we do. We continue to win, right? But anyway, yeah, and then went from South Korea, came back. Oh, I changed my MOS to 52 Delta. You want to call that power generation equipment repair. I just learned how to rebuild small engines and generators and stuff like that. And I'll tell you what, it was really hard to do that. I mean, not that it wasn't hard to repair this stuff, but it was hard to get parts because we had to fill out prerequisition forms and send them in order to get any parts at all. And it took forever to get these parts. It's no wonder why they say hurry up and wait. You hurry up and wait, boy. You know, yeah, hurry up and wait. You know, it's like, well, you want your generator out there and on the front line of a warfare? Well, get me this freaking part, you know, and then I'll be able to get you your fucking generator, you know, or whatever the case may be, you know. But man, I'll tell you what, those prerequisition forms, we had to fill them out a lot, and yeah, then I just got tired of it all. I told the guys, I said, man, I'm going to go and talk to the company commander. I'm going to get out of here. And so, you know, I don't tell people this much, really don't, but I'll go ahead and tell the world. Why not? I got an honorable discharge. I spent 4 years in there from 80 to 84, and they came out with the piss test. I knew I wasn't going to pass. I was smoking a lot of pot. I still do. But anyway, so I told the guys, I said, I'm going into the company commander. I'm getting out of here, man. And most of the guys, you know, most of them back then, they went in there and said they were gay or whatever the fuck it was. But not me. I went in there. I said, you know what, sir? The piss test is coming up. I'm not going to be able to pass it. I said, you know what, if you want this kind of guy in your military, you know, I'd be happy to stay. And he looks at me and he says, Specialist Willman, I see you served 4 years honorably, and you didn't sign up for any of that sign-up bonuses because they were handing out money left and right. Oh my goodness, you know, but I didn't do that. I just went ahead and served the country. I wanted to volunteer and serve my country. And I did that. And so he looked at me and goes, Specialist Woman, I see you did that. So, you know what? He's kind of laughing at me because, you know, I'm just smoking pot, you know. Come on, man. Not bad. It's nothing bad. But he says, I'm going to go ahead and let you go, give you your ETS. Here's a bonus. I think he gave me like about $4,000 to get back from North Carolina back home. He gave me my burial benefits. He gave me medical benefits. And he gave me a VA loan, access to a GI Bill, a VA loan. So for a first-time homeowner, you know, and that was it. I said, see you later. I said, well, thank you, sir. I'm out of here. But yeah, honorable discharge for smoking pot. But see, that's the whole point. It was called honesty. You know, I was honorable about this. I wasn't beating around the bush trying to fucking do this or do that. No, I was being honorable, and I served loyal because this is my country, America. Not just my country, but you know, it's a lot bigger than who I am. Okay, let me tell you that. But I am so grateful and thankful for the United States of America and call it my home, my country, and I will fight for it. You better believe it. I wear that hat. Right there, baby. I'm in the house, but I wear this hat on the fence line, in the truck. Got American flag in my dashboard. You know, I just got to show people who I am, right? And you should too. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. There's so many other people before me. They don't hold back. They don't hold back. Anyway, so I guess I'm starting to ramble here a little bit more, but another unscripted video. You know, don't hold back, man. You know, don't let this shit, you know, get you down, man. Be encouraged. You know, there's plenty of opportunity out here to grow. and do a great job at whatever you got to do. And that's the thing about it, have a passion. I read a book one time, a thick book, and believe it or not, it was a DJT book. I got one thing out of it, thick book. Follow your passion. He says, follow your passion. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Because if you follow your passion, if I follow my passion, right, it's not going to be a job. I'm going to do it automatically. It's going to be second nature to me. People are going to see that and are going to be drawn to it. I mean, I wonder why he's the president of the United States right now, is because people see it and they're drawn to it. John Willman, Fix Offense LLC, signing out. You guys keep smiling and have a great day, man. All right?